Hello everybody, welcome back to Midwest Motorsports. This is your broadcaster Mike Harris. Still dealing with issues with the headset. Try this. Well, at any rate, just thank you guys for all tuning on in here. As we get the grid on up, Dustin Reinsettle has taken the pole for the race. Travis Jones starts second. Jason Phillips in third. Followed by... Oh no, this is going to be fun. Let me click on a different screen here. Kevin Brown in fourth place, Robert Lavery fifth, Mark Cochran joining us again in sixth place, Riley Harris in seventh. And we have Norm Snyder, myself, George Harris, Ron Schaumer, and maybe Travis Jones coming to join us here. I'm trying to do the thing again, so best of luck to everybody out here. The Midwest Motorsports Truck Series out here at Pocono, Long Island, Pennsylvania. We have 53 laps around the Tricky Triangle. 3 sets of tires will await us in pit lane. No Rams today. Little issue with the change to the rest of the car's field schedule. We are under green flag conditions. Green flag underway. As everyone heads on down to turn 1. Oh, we all play nice. We'll see Dustin Reinsettle taking the lead here. Jason Phillips chasing as he goes onto the inside here, down the long back straightaway. It's kind of divided in 2 sections. Looks like he's going to slide on back here. Everybody making through turn 1 and turn 2. Norm Snyder, the only Ford F-150 out on the racing surface. Everybody else is a mix of Toyota or Chevrolet. A little incident there. Mark Cochran dealing with some issues coming out of turn 3. Have a bit of a slowdown on the front straightaway. Everybody making it out unscathed. There's getting to be a division between the 2 packs. Riley Harris starting to fall back there. We still got 1 car on the high side in the front group. Up ahead, Dustin continues to have quite an advantage out there. Jason Phillips falling back. The 3-car battle there. Up ahead with Jason Phillips. Another lap down. Mark and George Harris battling it side by side through turn 1, getting a little close with each other. Unfortunately, with my choice in life, we're just kind of commentating on what I can see. And right in front of me is that battle I was just talking about. The front 5 have pretty much spread out, single file. A little bit of a gap in between, although the last 4 trucks pretty close to each other. Travis Jones getting a big shot through turn 3 as he's up here into 10th place, getting past Norm and Riley. Oh, I'm sorry, that's ninth place. He's gotten up to. Travis Jones now on the inside of Mike Harris. Well, I guess myself. It's been a few weeks since I've tried to race with these guys. Tried to race at Talladega, did not pan out so well. Norm Snyder knows all about my little spin out in front of him. That ended my race there. Dustin Ransell continues to hold the purple lap at 54.549, even faster than his qualifying speed. Still hitting the 54s. There's a big gap now between fifth place and the top four. Norm trying to make a big move. There's a lot of action in this back pack. However, there's still some good action in the top four. Fourth and third getting close with each other. Robert Lavery has fallen back as he continues to fall from fifth place all the way down to ninth in that Ram Mark Chevrolet. Travis Jones finds himself in front of this second pack. Second and third pretty tight to each other as they go through turn two. I just send it right there into turn two myself, side by side with Mark Cochran. Unable to really get an advantage there. Off the bold move. Well, this race has been pretty interesting so far, and I haven't said as much about most of the other battles going on, but the fact that the two packs have been kept relatively close to each other has been very encouraging for the rate of the drive. And now Dustin's rolled away a little bit here, but he hasn't gone too far ahead of the rest of the pack, and of course everybody else battling neck and neck with each other. People jostling around for positions here. 8 laps have been complete in this 53-lap event. Pit stops happening around lap 18. Or so, depending on strategy. See just how long everybody is able to make it through and what everybody chooses to do for their pit stops. And I'm going to be over here trying to send it 3 wide through turn 3. And Riley's still there on my outside. I'm not going to be able to make that stick. Norm's going to take it into the outside as well. No Chris Thaler tonight, so Norm Snyder, no competition for the old folks home. Just did want to make it known for everybody out there that tonight's race is the last race for Midwest Motorsports this week, with Easter coming up on Sunday and the Road Series having a off week next week. On Tuesday, we won't be back until Friday, I believe. Actually, I think it might be a little bit longer. I'm not remembering if the trucks got next Friday off or not. Big battle here. Riley Harris on the inside of Mark Cochran. I was on the inside of Norm Snyder going into turn 1. And George Harris goes way on the inside. He's in 6th place. Travis Jones trying to catch up to the lead pack now after starting from the pits. Almost a synchronized spin out at the end of turn 2. Getting a good run here on the front straightaway. Move up to 8th place. Dustin Reinsettle continues to lead Kevin Brown all the way up to 2nd place with Jason Phillips in 3rd. 4th, Marco Lavery. Not to be outdone in this little group. A 55.9 for Dustin as he's getting closed in now by the rest of the pack. Trying to see if he can use some fuel saving strategies, I believe is what he's going for. Riley sending it through into turn 1. Can't make the pass on the outside of myself. 3-way battle brewing for 1st place now. Ooh, not a good angle there on myself. Jason Phillips making the pass for 2nd now. Takes it away from Kevin Brown. That battle long from done. Closer and closer to the pit window here. 13 laps complete. Getting a big run, moving back up to 8th spot for myself. And what a battle up front here. Everyone pretty close to each other here. Dustin, Jason, and Kevin Brown all tightly packed. Marco Lavery got front row seats to that one watching. As they head on down to the front straightaway. Dustin Reinshill continues to hold the lead at the line. Jason Phillips still holding in second, and third still Kevin Brown as they all cross the line within tenths of each other. And I think my mic is being held open. I'm not sure what's going on with my equipment in the studio. It's been acting real funky lately between the fact that I hear the echo during the broadcast. It's only on my end. I've listened to the YouTube video or YouTube, and it's not on YouTube. But between that, the audio kind of holding on here. I'm just gonna have to figure out what's going on with the microphone and all that. So I do apologize if there's a drop in audio quality or if there's any issues. Sounds like I'm breathing heavy or something. And it looks like the lead car is all pitting, which leaves Marco Lavery, Travis Jones, and myself battling it out for the lead. Here on lap 17 complete, lap 18 begins. Jones starting to fall back just a little bit, the fact that we've caught up to him. Mark Cochran will take his first lap lead in a long time. Travis Jones and I battling for second place. 40 this time, 40 this time. You'll also hear that at least a couple of times throughout the race tonight. That's one of the things we do here in the league, is just kind of announce that we're coming on down pit road. "55-mile-an-hour pit speed." Mark holds the lead down as we head down pit lane. Dustin Reinsettle, sitting in 8th place, still out on the racing surface. He will go ahead and pass us all for the race lead. Forty coming out. There's a bit of a spread between the first 4 trucks. Let's see as they come down the line. Dustin Reinsettle leading again. Jason Phillips, Kevin Brown, and Marco Lavery resume their positions. The backpack of the field from 5th all the way back to 10th place. Relatively close. Some close action back here. Jason Phillips hoping to catch Dustin Reinsettle though. Gap between them's getting a little tighter there. 1.8 seconds. Do a little through the field action. Dustin Reinsettle leading this race. Jason Phillips sitting in 2nd. Kevin Brown in 3rd. Marco Lavery sits in 4th place, while Riley Harris now takes 5th. Your broadcaster is in 6th place, Michael Harris Jr. Travis Jones headed on down pit lane once again. Not sure what's going on with that number 96 machine. Hope everything's okay, as it looks like he has left the racing sim. Unfortunate for him. Always a very fun and fast competitor, so not sure what happened. Some technical difficulties, most likely. Mark Cochran in 8th, Ron Schaumer in 9th place. Norm Snyder in 10th, followed by Robert Lavery in 11th. Travis Jones will now sit in 12th place. Hope everybody is having a lovely Friday. The weather is getting warmer here in the rest of the country. Spring is here, folks. Roll through the first week of April. Happy Easter to all of you who celebrate. And that is why we will not be racing this Sunday for the Stock Car Series. And 23 laps complete on the racetrack here. Everybody's starting to spread out even more. Also, I lied. There's not 3 sets of tires waiting behind the pit wall for us here. There were only 2. So we started the race with 3 sets of tires. We have a gap spreading out here. So like I said earlier at the beginning of the broadcast, only one Ford joining us today. The rest of the field, Chevys and Toyotas. No Rams today, as it was not factored in when we had originally scheduled the racing season. Although that will be updated and ready for the next race. As Season 2 did kind of show up in the middle of our league season. So we got to see the Ram trucks last week. It'll be more of a fixture going forward. And obviously we'll see what happens with the rest of the NASCAR series, most likely next season. Or the season afterwards, on what car will be joining the ranks as the fourth manufacturer and fourth car. Kevin Brown and Marco Lavery battling it out now for third as those two get closer. Riley has gotten away from me. Ron Schamer and Mark Cochran closing in. Ron is on the inside here on turn 3. This Copenhagen Chevrolet. I'm sorry, Toyota. 28 laps down, 27 to go. Sorry, 26 to go. Dustin Reinsheld continues to lead the field. Jason Phillips is not really letting him go. There's only 2.1 seconds separating the two. Hope everybody is doing fantastic this afternoon. And I would love to have gone through all the different standings and everything else of the current racing series this weekend, with the Cup Series taking a break for Easter. The O'Reilly Auto Parts and the Craftsman Truck Series get to take center stage as the main touring series of the weekend. They head down to Rockingham, North Carolina to take on the Rock Always a fun racetrack to drive on. I would like to take time to give a special thanks to our race director, Josh Watt, for helping me produce this live stream broadcast of tonight's Friday Night Truck Series. As I take my time behind the wheel and give you sub-commentary, he's up there every once in a while clicking on some cameras, dealing with my shenanigans. As I talk about drivers and various different parts of the racing surface. "31 of 53 complete. 22 to go." Speaking of the racing series here at Midwest Motorsports, we have 3 wonderful different racing series covering a somewhat vast array of cars and disciplines. Tonight you get to watch the Friday Night Truck Series, where we drive around oval tracks for the most part in these Craftsman trucks. The race starts at 9:55 Eastern Standard Time. That's when the green flag drops here in this series, broadcasted by yours truly. Mark Cochran making the move on me to turn 1. No crossover as I try not to smash into the wall exiting turn 1. Then usually on Sunday nights, but not this Sunday night, at 8:25 Eastern Standard Time, the boys go back onto the oval circuit to drive the O'Reilly Auto Parts platform of cars. It's Sunday night at 8:25 Eastern Standard Time when the green flag drops there. And Tuesday nights, our road series gets underway. Driving the Porsche pickup cars. It's a lot of fun there. There are 40 cars on the field. We just raced at Spa over in Belgium. There is an off week this next Tuesday, so they will not be racing Tuesday night. Instead, they will be racing the following Tuesday at Zandvoort, in my grandfather's native homeland of the Netherlands. So stay tuned for that there. Green flag drops in that series at 7:30 Eastern. The sessions and practice open up about an hour or so before the actual race begins. And just so you know, just because we are getting close to the end of each season here, Season 10, Season 11 for all 3 series, all of our racing leagues are free and open to join. Even now, you could sign up to join the Truck Series. All setups are fixed. Again, free and open to all drivers, go to midwest-motorsports.com. Again, midwest-motorsports.com today. That web link will have all the information you need to join all 3 series or 1 series of your choice, as well as the Discord where you get to chat with many of our drivers, share your tips and tricks, and learn some tricks of the trade from some of the more well-versed drivers. Be with the likes of Dustin Ryan Settle. And you don't really have to worry too much about mayhem and chaos as we all try to be clean. I know that the field sizes here in the oval, you better have some clean racing, but it's a great time out here for sure. So we hope to see you all soon. Oh, goodness gracious, I forgot. I'd like to apologize to the rest of the broadcast team because they are awesome and amazing and make this league so much fun to drive in, especially getting to re-watch some of your crazy antics from the night before. So I broadcast or am in the booth for the Truck Series and the Oval Series. James Johnson, the legendary voice of the Midwest Motorsports broadcast team, is still working through some health stuff. 40 in. Hopefully he'll get to join us here either soon or by next season on Oval nights. But on Tuesday nights, he is there with Adam Sondag, wonderful broadcaster and commentator. Is a great team. We also thank our admin team for putting this league together, putting our sessions through. Just making it an overall good time here, and our race director Josh Watt gets to join us racing in the oval side a couple of times throughout the season. 40 out. Again, thank you, Midwest Motorsports, for giving me the opportunity to be in the broadcast booth or behind the racing wheel. Just look forward to all the fun we have in the rest of this season. As we finish our last pit cycle here, Dustin Reinsettle takes the lead back from Mark Cochran, who came down pit lane. Jason Phillips will return back to second place. Kevin Brown and Marco Lavery will continue to battle it out for third place, as those two are pretty close together. Mark Cochran coming down pit lane. Not sure what's going on for that number 93. Hopefully not technical difficulties. I believe the next Truck Series race is actually at the Glen, which we just raced at in the Stock Car Series. Tune into that one as our safety, or unsafety vehicle. The safety vehicle will make a potential return to Friday nights. Ten laps to go as Dustin passes the stripe here. Second place. Oh, just trying to look at the map here every once in a while, and it looks like Jason was in a battle with somebody, and no, it's just lap traffic. I do apologize if there was any wind sound effects throughout today's broadcast. Again, I will have to figure out what's going on with the equipment here in the booth. 7 Time Studios, technical difficulties, I guess you could say. And it's, I guess, a good thing we've got some delay in between our next couple of races, so we can try to work that out. As some of you may know, I like to talk about how I've been awake since 3 o'clock in the morning. Due to my daytime job hours and travel time to it. I do not always have time to tinker around with the studio, especially when I'm not sure there's an issue until get onto comms today and go, oh, that's something new. And audio is unfortunately not my thing, so I do apologize again, folks. If most of tonight's broadcast had a lot of air, like I got the microphone hanging outside, I promise you the microphone is very much in front of my face. And then there's the microphone for my headset. Everybody pretty much staying pretty steady through the race so far since the last pit stop. Kevin Brown has dropped to 4th place now. Just 0.2 of a second behind Marco Lavery, so there's still a battle for 3rd going on even now. Even though the leader and 2nd place are way off into the distance for him. Still action throughout the racetrack. There's a battle kind of brewing between Ron Schamer and myself, as well as for Robert Lavery and Norm Snyder further back in the field. Ron trying to avoid the draft giving me any help down the long front straightaway. He should have a good jump leaving turn 1 with a better entry into the corner. Unfortunately, I still haven't broken that habit myself of just all the way down in the bottom early. Brown and Lavery side by side as they head on down to turn number 1. There they go through it. Kevin Brown has the lead. Marco Lavery just a 10th behind, but still side by side down the main straightaway. 5 to go. 3rd place is still anybody's game there between those two drivers. But right now, Marco has the advantage by 0.3. Still continuing as they've closed back up again. 0.2 of a second separate the two as they are going down the long back straightaway, headed to turn 3. Kevin Brown has dropped back by 0.6 of a second. Now he's catching back up on the front straightaway with that draft. Everybody is working on lap 51. Dustin Reinsill continues to have a 3.4 second lead over Jason Phillips. As he gets to lap 52 now, 2 to go. Still side by side, still neck and neck for third. Marco Lavery has a 2/10 of a second to 1/10 of a second advantage over Kevin Brown, who is not giving up. I am right on the rear of Ron Schamer here. Several tight battles throughout the racetrack. Kevin Brown has third, going across the stripe. White flag. Dustin Reinsettle going around turn 2. He's down the back straightaway. Headed to turn 3. And Dustin Reinsettle will win the race. Jason Phillips will come in second. Who will come in third? Brown has the advantage by 4/10 of a second. And there we have it. Kevin Brown will hit the podium. Third place, Marco Lavery will be fourth. Alrighty, folks, we're going to head this down. We're going to let the tow truck take care of the number 40 machine as we go to bring up our interviewees here. And while we go ahead and do that, let's talk about our race results here. First place, Dustin Reinsettle. Jason Phillips in second place. Kevin Brown joins us in third. Then we have Marco Lavery in fourth. Riley Harrison fifth. Ron Schamer sixth. Myself in seventh. George Harris in eighth. Ninth is Robert Lavery. 10th, Norm Snyder. Mark Cochran is 11th place. And Travis Jones rounds out the field. So we're going to go ahead and continue to finish bringing everybody on up. We'll see if Jason comes to join in on any chatter screens. In the meantime, I will see if I can deal with the echo chamber that is my headset. Anyway, let us go to our third place finisher, Kevin Brown, who joins us. Kevin, I'm going to click the buttons here real quick. Do we have a copy?
Yeah, can you guys hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear, sir.
Nice.
How's it going tonight, Kevin?
Oh, pretty good. I don't know if I like these fuel mileage races, though. It was killer out there. I didn't know if I was going to have enough fuel to make it.
Well, we're glad that you were able to, and ended up with a good finish as a result. How'd you feel about Pocono tonight?
Felt good about it. Just, trying to figure out the fuel mileage and stuff. Me, the 11 and the 88 were racing up front till the first pit stops, and it's like, ooh, I don't know if I'm going to have enough to keep pace with them and save fuel. And luckily enough, I got smart and didn't try to catch them.
you were in a pretty tight battle with Marco Lavery for a good part of the race.
Oh yeah, I want to give a shout out to him real quick because we raced pretty clean and pretty hard, and that was a lot of fun.
It was pretty great just seeing from where I was, just looking at you guys changing over there in the track map and whatnot. And I hope it made its way on the broadcast for sure, because it definitely deserved it. Closest race on the track.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Alrighty. That is your third place finisher, Kevin Brown. Thanks for joining us up here.
More than welcome. Shout out to my sponsor, Trackside NASCAR Outlet, by the way.
All right, awesome. Some sponsor support.
Yeah, they've been with me for like 3 or 4 seasons now.
Very good. Alrighty. And I'm not seeing Jason in the channels here. So definitely earned some airtime there, that number 88 machine. But without him here, we'll move right along to our race winner, Dustin Reinsettle. Dustin, you got a copy.
Got you loud and clear.
All right, Dustin, you set some pretty fast. Wow, can't talk. Pretty fast lap times today. How did that Bandit Motorsports machine feel to you?
Pretty solid. I think this is actually one of my first wins. I believe it's my first win here. Usually I'm awful here because I either figure out how to be fast and don't feel safe, or I feel safe when I should be worried about going fast. But tonight I tried to do as much strategy as I could before the race, just because I know that's my weakness here. So it actually worked out where it seemed like as long as I saved on the pace lap, that if we went green, I would be able to kind of run pretty much wide open the whole time. It was very close. I think I only had like half a lap left, but you had to stretch every pit stop and had to save that first little bit on the pace lap to get there. So all worked out pretty good. I did have a very interesting end of the first stint. I definitely burnt my stuff up and didn't really realize it until about 4 or 5 to go whenever Kevin and Jason were all over me. So I actually figured out it's something I do for whatever reason at some of these tracks. So usually the flatter tracks in the corners, I use way too much brake. And that's what I was actually doing. I figured it out after I stopped. Everything was running through my head how they were running that much quicker than me through the corners, specifically number 3. I don't know what it is about turn 3, but I was using too much in pretty much all of them. So kind of adjusted after that. Just tried to keep matching Jason's lap times after each cycle, and watching the fuel. So pretty much it.
Well, another dominating win, this time with the Napa scheme on the hood.
Yep, just decided to run kind of a normal Truck Series paint. This is Daniel Hemrick's paint. The 19 team's one of the 2 teams that we put Mom's name on when we do the Honor a Cancer Hero. So those are this team, Bill McAnally Racing, and or I guess it's McAnally Hilgerman Racing for the trucks. But that team and Tricon with Corey Himes, old number 11, were kind of our two go-tos for those races. So figured I'd give them a little paint scheme time.
Well, certainly, sorry. Brain is in a fog right now for some reason. Anyway, definitely great to have those 2 put your mom's name on there and support you guys, and for you to support them right back. And it was fun to hear your story about them being able to have you guys hang out with them for a bit during those races. And we got the Glen coming up for the Truck Series. I think that's next Friday, if I remember right.
Yeah, we'll see. I'm not sure if I'll be able to run the Glen. It'll probably be my first. I think it'll be my first Truck Series race missed. I will be a dad between now and Tuesday midday. So at some point, our baby will be here, and planning for a delivery, if not on Tuesday. So we'll see what next week looks like. I have no idea.
Yep, we definitely got to prepare for that. Aunt Castor knows all about the trials of newborns and sleep schedules and lack of.
He's messed up anyways.
Well, as a father myself, I can tell you that it's an adjustment.
Absolutely. Thank you, Mike.
No problem. Thank you, Dustin. Thank you, Kevin and Jason. And we thank you all for all of our racers joining us each and every week. And all you guys out there on the YouTube land joining us each and every week. And for the admin team, the broadcast team, my name is Mike Harris. We'll tune in next week on Friday for our next race here, the Friday Night Truck Series. And as James Johnson, the legendary voice, always says, stay in your lane.